What's going on, everybody? So, um, again, not the toxic trucking video that I was promising. I'm actually still working on it, because I'm still collecting stuff, because some of this stuff is like, once I think I have enough, something else happens, like somebody else posts something. It's like never ending. Like at this point, I'm kind of like, I want to share what I have and then show you the groups where they're coming from. And that's not even like a little tip of the iceberg, right? I mean, it's like insane the shit that you get. But the reason why I'm making this video, so I was actually was checking out YouTube and stuff, and I gotta apologize too. But I looked at my comments, and there's a guy named Matthew. He had told me that he shared one of my videos with Freight Skater. If you haven't looked up Freight Skater, I really like his videos. So he was one of the first ones that I actually started watching. And at the time, he was with Prime, or I'm sorry, not Prime. He was with Prime, but he was a flatbed. And I think at the time his truck was yellow. So I know he's gone through a couple of trucks already. It was cool. I think why I originally started watching him was because he used to take the little Tonka truck and like strap it to the back. And I've seen him before, but I just thought it was really funny. And I started watching his videos, and I really liked it because I really liked his personality. Like, it didn't matter what people said in the comments. Like there was a video he made not long ago. I say not long ago. I'm not actually sure when it was, but there was a video he made. It was a Q&A video, and somebody absolutely roasted him, like just talking a bunch of shit, just being really disrespectful. And he added it to one of his videos, and he even like thanked him, and I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate you coming to watch my videos, and that to me, like, that's really why I like him, because like he puts his opinions out there, whether they're good, whether they're bad, whether you like it or not, but he's not going to be disrespectful about it. And so I think it changed my videos a little bit. I'm still the same guy. Like, I'm still the no bullshit. Like, I'm going to give you just a straight shooter. It's how I am personally. If you've ever talked to me or like hung out with me, you'll see, like, I'm not like to the point of rude. Like, oh man, did he really just say that, straight up? Like, I'm not like that, but I'm not going to beat around the bush about anything. It kind of changed the way I do my videos a little bit, because I made a video about, how I was getting kind of tired of the comments and that, and, and it's just people like who just don't really fully understand. Like, it's like they don't even watch. But then they have something shitty to say, and you go back and look, and you on a lot of these drivers, you go to like different drivers' YouTubes, and you see the same people commenting. That's when it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's what he does. He just kind of goes around being a troll. Really no valid input. Nothing like that. But I do want to tell Matthew, thank you. I didn't expect that. Like, it may have been, I think he said at one point he had 10, 15 viewers. But that's big for me. Like, I really like Freight Skater. He's somebody I look up to. Rich's River Smokers. I saw that comment you made inside the chat talking about I look like a Peter Puffer. Man, you killed me. Rich's River Smokers. Like, if you haven't gone and looked at his YouTube, he's also a Prime driver. Funny ass dude. Even talking to him on the phone, that guy cracks me up. And he's helped me at one point when I needed it. So, I don't want anyone to think like he's got like some kind of problem or anything like that. But I've talked to him. He's a funny guy. Same kind of guy I am. So, personality wise, he's just hilarious. But I do want to thank Freight Skater, for looking up my channel and pulling up the video. Matthew for, showing him, what I was talking about was the cameras. And I was when I watched it back, like when he was watching it, it was kind of unclear what I was talking about. So I worked for a company that's local. I'm not, of course, not going to put their name out. But they use a camera, and I can't think of the name off the top of my head. It's got its own app or whatever, and it basically has a score, and they want your score to be above a 820, I think it is, or an 800. Like for the month or something, I think it is, or the week, I can't remember, but it's basically like a point system. And when you do stuff that's good, it gives you like these driver stars, and then if you do something bad, then it drops your score. depending on the severity and things like that. So it'll get you things for like hard braking or hard turning or rolling through a stop sign, not speeding. If you look away too many times, it says distracted driving. If you yawn, it says you're drowsy. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. But the camera is super inaccurate. It a lot of times will. Oh, you know what? It does go for speeding now. And then I think about it. What it does is it'll read. You could be going onto an on-ramp, and you know how sometimes you get on an on-ramp, you're going on the interstate, and there's like that speed limit sign off to your right, but it's on the actual frontage road. Well, it'll read that, and then it'll start screaming that you're speeding. And there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. The video gets sent to, I believe it's somebody in corporate, and then from there it goes to like your bosses or something. And you can't appeal it. And they even told us, like, if it's there, once it's there, it's there. You can't appeal it. Nothing. Basically, the only thing that you can really do is basically just fight for your job. That's really it. Because I've seen guys get one and get fired. Like there was no like, if you get 3 of these, you're done. I got one, and it was purely by accident, because the reason why I picked it up was because it was my dispatcher calling. So when he had called, I didn't have my headset connected right away. I just gotten in the truck and I just got moving. The phone rang, and I saw it was my dispatcher, so I grabbed it and held it up. And as soon as I did that, it said distracted driving. And then they gave me a warning for that. And I'm like, well, it was this dispatcher calling me. And he was like, yeah, but you're not supposed to answer it, or you got to have a hands-free device. And I'm like, well, when I got hired here, you didn't say anything about a hands-free device. You didn't say, hey, you're going to need a hands-free device. It's going to help you, if we call you for whatever reason. And I feel like that's important, because if not, like, why are you calling me knowing that I can't answer? If I don't have a hands-free device and no one told me to get one, and then, now mind you, it's not OTR, it's local, but if no one, I didn't know about these cameras. They didn't say, yeah, we have a camera system in the trucks and blah, blah, blah. They didn't explain any of this. They were just like, cool, and so now when somebody calls, basically if you answer it, then you'll be in trouble unless you have a hands-free device. And I'm like, well, then why are you calling us? Like, why are you calling us knowing that we can't answer? Like, and it could be something important, like, hey, I need you to go here, I need you to go there, and then so, what, a lot of guys, when I was still working there, what they did was they just wouldn't answer. They just wouldn't answer. They would just drive. And when they get back, they're like, oh, I was driving. And more than likely, it was something to do with like, oh, go do this thing for this guy, or go do a pickup or whatever, which were the worst. And that's what they would say. Like, yeah, I was driving. I couldn't answer your call, and I didn't have a headset or anything. So, but the reason why I had brought that up originally in that video, and I was also talking about, being on home time again. And Freight Skater was absolutely right. I mean, and it was something that I had brought up before, and of course everyone was like, no, you're fucking crazy, you don't understand how it works and all this shit. Like, if I didn't ask for the home time, then it should fall on Prime to pay me, right? I mean, now if it's like a mutual home time, or I'd ask for the home time, I completely understand that I shouldn't get paid. But if I didn't ask for the home time, then I should be getting paid. So that was one thing that he had brought, and I had brought up too before in a different video, that I think should happen. So, it's just funny, like when I watched back when I was watching that video while he was watching it, like I was thinking back, like, my opinions haven't changed. They're probably not going to change. I mean, something pretty drastic would have to happen for my opinion to change about the camera situation, the way you get paid, and I honestly plan on being a trainer. I want to train eventually down the road, but if it's going to be like this, then I don't want to. I don't want it. I'm not in it for the money. Like, I know how hard it was when I first started. I didn't get any training. When I got my CDL, it was through the city, and they basically would let me drive here or drive there or whatever, but that was the extent of the training. There was no backing training. There was no nothing. And then you basically had 6 months from the time you got hired to get your CDL, whether it was a Class B or Class A. Now, they would pay for it, obviously provide the truck, but as far as anything in between, they would be like, oh, well, you can go after we get done with this job. And of course, that would never happen. That would never happen. You would never get time to go over there, or when you did get time, they didn't want to go over there, So, to do the training, to do the parallel parking and all that stuff. So I didn't get any training. I basically taught myself to get my CDL, to get my Class A CDL. And then, basically just didn't get fired. That was the only motivation when I worked at the time for the city, was to not get fired, to get my CDL. So, yeah, pretty exciting that I was on the Freight Skaters channel, and I didn't ask them or anything like that. It wasn't I don't make any videos to like get on anybody else's channel or anything like that. So it was pretty cool. So I appreciate it, Matt, for sharing my video and my opinion with Freight Skater. I'm glad that he completely agrees, and he did say that he was like, "Oh, I'm new to trucking," or something like that, or I'm new to Prime but not new to trucking. So I've had my CDL for 10 years. I feel like every time someone hears that you're in training or you're in TNT, that they instantly think that you don't know. Well, I don't want to say that you don't know shit, but that you're brand spanking new to the industry, brand spanking new. I'm not brand spanking new to the industry. My uncle was OTR. He was an owner op. But actually, two of my uncles were owner ops, and they were OTR. And so I think that's what kind of got me into wanting to be a driver. So yeah, definitely not new to the industry, but new to Prime. I don't know if I came in a good time or a bad time. Driver has gone missing. They're talking about installing cameras. Somebody said that the camera would have helped with where he could have gone or something. I mean, maybe. What if he had gotten out and on his own and then kind of left? And I mean, it wasn't would explain anything. So anyway, somebody brought that up, but I think I know that some people support the cameras, but I support the outward facing camera. But the inward facing camera, I'm sorry, but I just don't. In no way, shape, or form do I support it, and I just think that the people I remember, the people. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. So the people that I remember seeing on the safety video, that were like, "Oh, you can just put a camera in my truck right now." If you watch the safety videos, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, wow, like. That right there is what I'm talking about by being a Kool-Aid drinker. And I don't mean just at Prime, I mean across any company that you work at. If you are so infatuated with a company that you think they can do no wrong and that you're completely okay with whatever decision they make for you, if you're a company driver, great. But if you're a lease op, owner op or ace lease or whatever, that, any kind of, you're buying the truck outright or you're leasing the truck, you should not have to have that installed. Because even when they install that camera, guess who's getting charged? You are. You're getting charged for that. And then they claim it's like, oh, well, we're putting it into our safety suite. Safety for who? I don't feel more safe with the camera watching me. I just don't. Now, I think in my opinion, what they should do is I think they should require, if they're just so dead set on it, I think they should make it so we can get our own inward facing and outward facing camera. And to me, that should be, and I mean just lease ops, owner ops, that kind of thing. I think that would be okay, because then we would be under control of it. We would control it. And if they, for some reason, needed footage for it, cool. And then we would be able to control that footage. Unedited, of course. Now, I'm sure some guys would probably try to edit it or whatever, but, still, that's just my opinion, my idea. I'm not saying that that's concrete, or I'm just throwing stuff out there, but I think an inward facing camera could be good, but I would only do it if I was under control of it. I could decide when I can unplug it. I could decide what it records, that kind of thing. I already plan on getting an outward facing camera, and I'm actually trying to find the best possible 4K video I could find. That way it's extremely clear. There could be no question about what happened, that kind of thing. So that's really all I'm going to say on the camera thing. Like I said, it seems like they just kind of brush it under the rug. Like they only bring it up very, 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 very rarely. And I think they do that purposely so they don't add fuel to the fire of people not wanting the cameras. And I think they do all this stuff more, I don't want to call it secretively, but like, I don't know what in the shadows, kind of like where, You know, they'll bring it up to let everybody know this is what they're doing, but then that's the last time you'll probably hear of it. You know, they won't bring it up again because, and especially if a lot of drivers raised hell about it, you know, they're gonna like, oh well, just don't bring it up anymore, and eventually it'll just die down and people start to forget about it. But you shouldn't. If it's something you're passionate about and you don't want those cameras, you should say something. And I know they have that driver advisory board, but I've seen and I've heard from a lot of people that they don't feel like DAB is on our side. They feel like that they just kind of go along with what Prime wants, and that's really about it. They would hate to have me on the DAB because I would be fighting for whatever I could for whatever driver I could, because that's really, the DAB is supposed to be our voice towards Prime, and I feel like our voice isn't getting across, and it is their job to do that. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's just my personal feeling about it. You know, that's just my personal opinion. If people don't like it, go fuck yourself. But that's what I feel is, you know, what should be done. If I was on DAB, that's what I would want done. So currently it is 11:30 in the morning. It's July 19th, 2023. So hopefully, what's today? Wednesday. So I'm hoping I'll get a message today saying we're gonna be heading out here soon. I thought I would have got one yesterday. I didn't. So still waiting. I told them Monday I was ready to roll. It's now Wednesday. This is the shit I'm talking about. You know, when we're out on the road, goddamn, they can find us loads like crazy. We won't sit very long at all. We come off home time and it's like they can't find shit. You can't tell me that there ain't nothing coming from Laredo. You can't tell me there ain't nothing coming from Laredo. You can't tell me there's nothing coming from Mexico right now. So, fuck, man. It's just, it's, I don't even want to get into it. So, guys, I'm going to cut this video a little bit short. I've got stuff on the stove. My wife's going to be home here in about an hour for lunch. The videos. I forgot to tell you guys. I meant to do this in the beginning of the video. So, so somebody asked me in Discord, they were like, what's up with the videos, blah, 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 like, where you been? And I'm like, dude, I just posted a video. And I had actually posted 2 videos. And so this was yesterday, I think, or maybe the day before, whenever I had uploaded my first video. I think it was yesterday. Anyways, I was uploading the video, and I'm just sitting there, you know, I'm scrolling through the videos, and I noticed 2 looked like different than the rest. And I was like, what the fuck? And so, like, I'm looking, I'm like, why does it look like that? You know, like, I don't know, just something was off about it. And I noticed that 2 of the videos, basically the last time it looked like I had posted was June 23rd. But that wasn't the case. I had posted videos before, after that. But I had accidentally, when you upload them, they upload in private. And I've got to figure out how I can stop that. I don't want to have to keep changing it every time when I upload, like change it to public. I'd rather it just, when I upload it, it just goes public. But I think I understand that. Like, I think you can edit it and, you know, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to worry about it going live right away if there's an issue or whatever. Anyways, 2 of the videos that I had uploaded were private. And so I'm like, oh, shit, you know, like, I don't know why I didn't see that. And so I set them 2 both public, and then I also uploaded 2 videos. So 4 videos came out yesterday, which really 2 had already been out. So I had posted this in my Discord. I apologized, yeah, I'm an idiot. I didn't see that. So obviously, from now on, gonna make sure that you know, I'm paying attention to that. So sorry about that, guys. Everybody, I appreciate all the love and support. I love all the comments. You know, I try to get to them all. Sometimes I don't, but there is some days where I'm kind of bored and I'll sit down and like, oh shit, the comments, you know, let me try to go back and respond to everybody, because there's people on there asking legitimate questions and needing help about maybe Prime or anything really. So I try to help out. So I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna make sure this video is public. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's my first goal right now. I think I'm at 320, something like that. So, you know, please, like, if you can get me up to 1,000, that'd be great. You know, I'm trying to post videos. I try to post videos once a day. What I might start doing is like recording the videos and then setting them to schedule. So like I could schedule it out for however long, and so there's a video that comes out every day basically. I think that would be a lot easier. That way, I'm like, if I'm like just don't have time, like one day I don't have to worry about it because I know that the next couple days I have videos coming out. So that's on me. I'll get that figured out. But guys, I appreciate it. Stay safe, and I will catch you on the next one.